Hi there. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Bellingham. So glad you're joining us today. Here in the Pacific Northwest, we're having one of those super cold but super sunny days. So we're all in a very cheerful mood, just bundled up like crazy. Right now, I'd love to invite you to enjoy some music from our music director, Amber Darlin.
Well, good morning, everyone. Let's sing I Am Blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed. Every day of my life, I am blessed, 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 blessed. When I wake up in the morning or I lay my head to rest, I am blessed. I am blessed. I am free. I am free every day of my life. I am free, 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 free. When I wake up in the morning or I lay my head to rest, I am free. I am free. I am blessed. I am blessed. I am blessed every day of my life. I am blessed, 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 blessed. When I wake up in the morning or I lay my head to rest, I am blessed. 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 One more time, sing it out. I am blessed. I am blessed. It's a good way to start the day, singing about being blessed and how glorious it is outside, like Dr. Andrea said. Here in the Pacific Northwest, at least up in Bellingham, we see sunshine. Hey, if you're out there, say hello to all our spiritual community. Let us know we're out there. It's so nice to have you here with us today. Place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Clap, clap. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 Oh, you're all so welcome here. And next, I'd like to introduce our wonderful practitioner of the day, Susan Jancic, for an invocational prayer.
Good morning, everyone. Please, I invite you to join me for the invocation. And as I say these words for myself, I know them for you as well, as we are one mind. I know there is only one divine presence, one energy, one source, one power, one love that is in and through all life. And that presence is an endless supply of love, abundance, joy, and peace. I know Spirit expresses through me, and I choose to align my thoughts, my words, and my actions in the flow of love. I celebrate in thankfulness for all the opportunities to express love in my life. I listen to, watch for, and act upon nudges from the divine that invite me into a greater expression of myself, to recognize love everywhere, no matter the appearances, and for me to return love with a ready and open heart. As I focus my attention on all the good and all the love, I move away from discordant thinking. I leave behind strife and judgment and embrace love and peace. And they become my mainstay. I am so grateful for the sharing and receiving of love in my life and for all the miraculous outpicturings, both big and small, all reflecting the love of the divine. And in the knowingness of being held in the loving goodness of Spirit, I release these words, knowing they are so, and so it is.
All of me designed to perfection. All of me beautiful and sacred. All of me a wonder, expression of the infinite. All of me pure light divine. Sing that with me if you feel so inclined. All of me designed to perfection. All of me beautiful and sacred. All of me beautiful and sacred. All of me a wonder, expression of the infinite. All of me a wonder, expression of the infinite. All of me pure light divine. All is love, all is light. 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 All of me pure light divine. All of me designed to perfection. All of me designed to perfection. Beautiful and sacred. All of me beautiful and sacred. A wonder, expression of the infinite. All of me a wonder, expression of the infinite. All of me pure light divine. Send this out into the world. light divine. All is love. All is love. All is light. 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 All of me, pure light divine. All of me, pure light divine. Well, I am so thankful for this day and thankful for the week that I had with my family, and headed into this holiday season, headed into more darkness, but knowing the light is coming soon. I'm thankful for that. This is a thankful song. I'm thankful for the morning, love to watch the sun come up. I'm thankful for my breathing, the coffee in my cup. And I'm thankful for the bird songs, the way they sing to me. I'm thankful to be thankful, it's all I have to be. I'm thankful for the blue skies, for the clear, wide open space. I'm thankful for the thunder, the rain upon my face. And I'm thankful for the silence, the time to go within. I'm thankful for the darkness, I can know the light again. I'm thankful for the world as she turns, we go round and round and round. I'm thankful for the children, I hear their laughter on the breeze, for the flowing of the river, the stillness of the trees. And I'm thankful for the passion, the cunning of the muse, the life I am creating. I'm so thankful I can choose. And I'm thankful for the world as she turns, we go round and round and round. Yes, I'm thankful for the world as she turns, we go round and round and round. I'm thankful for compassion, humility and grace. I'm thankful for forgiveness, born of the human race. And I'm thankful for our differences, our similarities. And I'm thankful to be thankful, it's all I have to be. I'm thankful for the world as she turns, we go round and round and round. Yes, I'm thankful for the world as she turns, we go round and round and round. Yes, I'm thankful for the world as she turns, we go round and round and round. Indeed, so thankful. Oh, we're going to head on over to our wonderful minister, Dr. Reverend Andrea Asebedo, for our wonderful talk of the day.
Thank you, Susan and Amber. Wonderful start to our service. All month I've been talking about turning to one another as the overarching theme for our month. And so this is the last in that series. And it has to do with the compass of the heart and how we set our intention. So Susan's prayer was a beautiful dovetail on that, setting our intention with our thoughts, our words, and our actions for love. I wanted to start with a story that happened, a story within a story that happened when I had the great good fortune to introduce one of my favorite authors and poets, Araya Mountain Dreamer, at the Asilomar Conference Center in Pacific Grove, California, one summer. She had been my idol for a while. She'd written a number of poems that spoke right to my heart, right to my life, where I was. And so to be able to introduce her was kind of a big deal for me, and also a nerve-wracking one. So I went up to her in the green room and I said, I'm sure you get introduced all the time, and I could tell them all about everything. But if you were introduced in the way that you would want to be introduced, how would that be? And she said, well, I would like them to know that my work is not always easy, but it's very fulfilling, and that I'm grateful to be here. That was it. So I walked on stage, introduced her Ryan Mountain Dreamer, and she told this story, which I have here. She was telling a story about her own compass of the heart and her intention to be love in action. And this is what happened to her at a meditation retreat that she was part of. At the end of a very long day, a small, thin woman with the oversized parka introduced herself as Isabel. Can I do this meditation on my own? She said. Yes, I said. I'm sure you can, although some people find it easier to establish a meditation practice with the help of a group. It's just hard to keep up the discipline on your own. But what will it give me? What will I get if I do this every day? Her tone took on a whining quality, and I felt my irritation rise as she continued. How fast will it work? Will I feel a difference after a week? How will I know it's working? This was exactly the kind of thing I detested, the quest for the quick fix, the desire for guaranteed outcomes, the simple answer, do this and you will get that. My sons were waiting for me, and I just wanted to go home. I took a deep breath, looked directly at Isabel, and set my knapsack down on the floor. I tried to slow down my words, thinking that maybe if I spoke slower, I would feel more patient. Well, I said, meditation is more a process than a goal-oriented activity. It can help you become more aware of what's going on within and around you, and this can help reduce stress. My best advice is to try it and just be patient with yourself. I picked up my bag and started to button my coat. I really did have to leave, and I wanted to get out while I was feeling virtuous for not snapping her head off. But as I started to move away, Isabel reached out and grabbed my arm with surprising strength. But what I want to know, she said, her voice rising in a crescendo that bordered on real panic. What I want to know is, will it help me find God? If I meditate, will I have an experience of something or somebody out there listening, someone really with me? A wave of desperation swept out from her through me, and I was surprised to find my eyes filling with tears. This woman wasn't looking for an easy answer or a guaranteed formula because she was lazy. She didn't want a simple plan because she was unable or unwilling to think critically about what would work. She wanted something she knew would work and work quickly because she was hanging on by her fingernails. She wanted something that would work in a week because she was afraid that she simply wasn't going to make it through a week or a month or a year. I put my hand gently over Isabel's where it gripped my arm. It's okay, Isabel. We all feel desperate at times, I said. Nobody can do it by themselves. We all need help. Her hand relaxed a little beneath mine, and she started to cry. We talked for a while longer. There is no them. There's only us. When I left, I did not leave one of them. I said goodbye to one of us, a fellow human being doing the best that they can. So as a minister, I'm aware that there are a lot of people hanging on by their fingernails right now. I don't know if there's anybody in your life like that, but certainly in my community and beyond, there are many, many people who are really struggling to make sense of the difficulties that we have to hang on long enough so that things can change. And it's a daily battle. It's a daily struggle. And that is, my friends, the difficulty with the compass of the heart. Is it all sounds really great to say, I'm going to dedicate my life to the flow of love through my thoughts, my words, and my actions. And it is great, but it isn't easy. It isn't easy all the time to do that. And so I wanted to talk a little bit about how to make it easier to be with whatever is, but also to turn toward another person who may be also in the same boat and not be swept away by where they are or where I am or where you are, but instead have the ability to stay rooted and grounded, something I've been talking about all month, so that we can be here for one another. So one of the first things I wanted to talk about was something that comes out of psychology, which was a field that I was deeply immersed in for quite a while. And it's the understanding that we have two different kinds of responses. We have what's called unprompted and prompted responses. So I'll give you an example. So let's say that you're in a meeting with a group of people, and they're people you work with, and someone in the group, whether they intended it or not, they insult you. And your unprompted response inside is to feel very sad and hurt. But let's say you walk out of that meeting and a bunch of your colleagues come up to you and go, you can't let them get away with that, because their habitual way of responding is with anger. And a prompted response that you might then feel is angry. You weren't angry in your unprompted response, but with a group of people showing you what they would do, you might change to what they were doing. Because why? Because we're social beings. And because we live in a milieu where what other people think and feel and do affects us, whether we really want it to or not, it's wise to become aware of how the promptings of the external world can influence and affect our compass of the heart and how our intention is made manifest. So it seems obvious from that example and so many more I could give you that one of the things that absolutely is essential on a spiritual path is to begin to really know the difference between your own unique, genuine, unprompted response to things, which probably, if you're like me, you've been cultivating for a long time, to have it come from a place of a habituated love and compassion, a willingness to cut people slack, a willingness to kind of understand that the way you see reality may not be the way they see reality, and that you've practiced long and hard to have a wide lens. So that's the unprompted you, or me, the genuine you, the authentic you that you've been developing. The prompted responses come in response to what other people have to say and think and do around us. So this is why on every spiritual path, including the Science of Mind path, there is an encouragement, almost like a strident encouragement sometimes, to practice what we want to be, to practice how we want to respond, to practice how we want the compass of our heart to be oriented, to find our true North Star on that compass, and then over and over and over and over practice bringing ourselves back to it, even if, like Araya, our first response is an old habitual response of frustration or irritation or whatever it might be for you or me. So how do we do that? What's the practice look like? Well, I was pulled by a story that I heard Jack Kornfield tell long ago about a professor at the University of California, Santa Cruz. His name is Carl Chadwick. Carl? No, Alan Chadwick. And Alan Chadwick was a famous professor because he helped develop a method of master gardening called biodynamics. And so the story goes like this. You're getting two stories today. Alan took one of his classes to a junkyard lot. It was sort of an abandoned lot, and so it had rusted out cars and broken glass and chunks of cement and all this kind of trash all over the place. And Alan and his class went to the owner of the lot and said, would you mind if we turned this into a garden space for vegetables and flowers? And the owner just started laughing. He said, well, good luck with that. You know, the place is a disaster and the soil, the dirt is dead. So Alan and his students went to work. And over the course of many months, they put all of their energy into revitalizing the soil. And I wrote down a piece of this. The students put so many months into revitalizing the soil that over time the garden actually became famous in Santa Cruz because of the incredibly, extraordinarily beautiful vegetables and gorgeous flowers that are still grown there. So the story reached me today because one of the opportunities and also the frustrations with the spiritual path is we don't get to kind of sit back on our laurels and just kind of wait out our love thing. It's an active, it's a biodynamic thing, just like Alan and his student made that garden. And the biodynamics of our compass of the heart, whether we're orienting on love or compassion or kindness or authenticity or whatever your particular orientation is, it requires practice not just once in a while, but always, always, forever, as in this sacred human body that we have, always. And that's wonderful on one level, but it's also difficult for sacred humans. I don't know about you, but you know, I meditate and then I forget. I meditate and I forget. I do prayer every day and then I forget. I do spiritual study almost every day and then I forget. It's kind of like taking vitamins for the soul. I'm not good at taking vitamins either. And so to really kind of ramp up our practice in a time like now is particularly valuable. And it's like adding nutrients to the soil of our heart. It allows this biodynamic energy of love, compassion, kindness, generosity, non-attachment, open view, all of that to happen more efficiently, more effectively, more truly. And so the practice part is the part I want to end this talk with. Again, at Asilomar, at a different time, in a different place in my life, I was attending our annual conference for congregants and ministers. It's a lovely place to gather by the sea there near Carmel. And I almost missed this one. I almost thought, oh, I want to go walk by the ocean instead of going to this talk. Don't even remember who gave the talk. It could have been David Leonard. Could have been David Brenner. I don't know who it was. But they had brought for every single person in that giant Merrill Hall basically a wristband. And it was kind of the kind that was a little snappy, as I recall. And they did a wonderful talk. I missed part of it because I was like debating ocean talk. So I walked in the middle, was handed this wristband and told to just wait till the end of the talk. So I did. And at the very end of this talk, the encouragement was to slip the wristband on and for 30 days to make a commitment to not complain once. And the wristband was there to remind us not to complain. And if we felt ourselves going in that direction, we were to take the wristband and snap it, to wake ourselves up and remember our commitment. Well, you know, maybe some of you are thinking, well, that's kind of cheesy, but I tell you what, things like that in times like this are very powerful practices. Why? Because they're mirrors into our interior world. They show us a picture of what's really going on when we would far rather just look at the outer world and not know. So what I was shown in that practice was that I had developed a subtle complaining. I knew that complaining outright wasn't very spiritual, so I had muffled it. I had actually found ways to complain without seeming to complain. Have you ever met anybody like that? And as I snapped my wristband repeatedly through that month, it gave me tremendous insight into how I had adapted to wanting to look spiritual, but that my internal world had not made the complete leap yet. It was great. It was great. It was a great practice at a great time in my life to take a lens and look inwardly. And you know what? That's a great time right now to do something like that as well, whatever your practice might be. That's not a bad one. Take a rubber band, put it around your wrist, wear it everywhere. And whenever you feel tempted to complain about COVID or the pandemic or being isolated or politics or the economy or whatever, snap, snap, snap. No complaining. And what I do remember is that whoever did that talk, bless you, whoever you were, led into it by quoting a nun, I think it was an American nun, who, through a series of different experiences, had realized that complaining didn't do anything. It just made everything worse. And so she began to adopt an affirmation that she would say whenever she could. And the affirmation went like this: "Thank you for everything. I have no complaints whatsoever." And over time, what she reported is that actually she didn't have any complaints whatsoever. That whatever life was throwing at her, that she was just grateful to be here, grateful to have a life, grateful to have a spiritual life. And so I think for this next little while, you'll be hearing a lot out of my mouth that goes like this: thanks for everything. I have no complaints whatsoever. And I invite you into that with this prayer. Know with me, know with me. Join your mind with my mind, your heart with my heart. As I know this truth, there is a vast intelligence at work within you and within me and within all things. This vast intelligence contains every possible reality, every nuance, every way that anyone could be is contained within this intelligence. And it is available at all times. Just like coats in a department store, the availability of every way a sacred human could be can be tried on. And if it's liked, it can be brought home to the heart and the mind, and practiced, worn, used. And so I, this day, commit to a life of gratitude, a life of thanksgiving for being given this extraordinary opportunity to have a life, a human life, in this time with these people that surround me, near and far. As I think about this, I know, first of all, how grateful I am for my family. What an incredible group of people I'm surrounded by on that level. And as I think further, I realize that my community, my spiritual community that stretches now far and wide, oh, what a blessing you are. What a blessing I have in my spiritual friends, my fellow companions on the path. I give thanks for every spiritual teacher that I have had and now have. And I give thanks for the opportunity through technology to reach you with this prayer. I have no complaints whatsoever. I am so grateful, and so it is. All right, so we have a wonderful opportunity to watch one of our retired practitioners talk about the Giving Intention program. And I'll tell you more about that after you've heard her. So let's listen to Jackie.
Greetings, good people. 'Tis the season. And the season I mean is the Giving Intention season here at Center for Spiritual Living Bellingham. I'm Jackie. I'm a retired practitioner, but an active and appreciative member of this wonderful organization. I first bumped into it, maybe mid-August 1991, going on 30 years, when I heard the last 15 seconds or so of Reverend Colleen's talk that morning. She ended it by saying, God is love, God is light, and that's all there is. And boy, was that something I needed to hear. So I've been studying this for a long time, and I'm here to say to you and to many of us, the benefit is enlarging our lives, giving us great comfort, putting us in touch of the sense of the presence, meaning that there surely is something larger than all of us, and it says yes. So if you would like to be taught and enfolded, do come, do join us. The center, even though we're in a COVID year, is very active in outreach. There are many ways to be connected in class and meetups. And we'll get back to where we can actually enjoy each other inside the sanctuary. Meantime, these pledges are very important, no matter how small or how large. And you can change them if the occasion arises. Say you win the lottery or your first novel sells with a big advance, you can increase your pledge. And if you need to decrease it, you can do that too. What matters is that there be pledges, because how Reverend Andrea and the board is able to use them is that it shows our constancy as a financial organization. We can even literally and how go to the bank with the pledges. So please do pledge. There's a lot of ways to do it, and online on the Center for Spiritual Living website, it's very easy. Have a great, wonderful holiday season, and I hope to see you in person next year. Thank you.
Love the hat and the glasses, Jackie. That's wonderful. And you know, Jackie's right. Every single dollar matters. And I'm grateful to all of you who have already signed up for the Giving Intention program. If you're just hearing about it, what this is we, long ago now, made a decision that, first of all, I didn't want to talk about money every single Sunday for the entire year. I don't like that, and nobody else does either. And so we developed this program where we would, for the month of November, we would talk about the needs that we have in terms of our 2021 budget this year, and invite people to make a commitment for just 1 year, and to honor that commitment by putting it in writing on the Giving Intention form, which you'll find at the CSL Bellingham website. And then we would budget around what it was that people were able to give, and not talk about money anymore. It's been wonderful. And I'm so thankful for all of you who have been so incredibly generous. So what are we trying to raise? We're trying to raise $178,000 for the year 2021. We're more than halfway there, and so we're very encouraged by that. This is a very stripped down budget because we aren't able to do a lot of the wonderful events like our Mind, Body, Spirit Fair out on our lawns and meadows. We're not able to do our Gourmets for Good in-home, home-cooked dinners that are auctioned off. We're not able to do a lot of that, so we've stripped away all the events that we normally would have in our budget to sort of lift us into a place where we're doing well. And so 178,000 is what we actually need to run this place. So if you have the ability to donate, every dollar really does matter. And I know right now, if you're like me, you're getting people from in your email and anywhere you're in social media asking for money. I'm not going to be apologetic about it, but I am going to say, I hear you, I get it if this is annoying, but hey, remember the compass of the heart, remember the spiritual path, and if it's valuable what we're doing here for you, please consider giving us a donation of any size on a monthly basis so that we can keep giving the gift that we love to give you. Thank you very much. Our due date for all the forms to be in is December 1st, and then our budget committee will come, and just like you at home, whatever has been given to us as a prediction for the year monthly, we will trim the budget if need be, and that would be really hard since it's already pretty darn trimmed, but that's what we'll do if we don't get 178,000. And of course, if we get over that, we can do some pretty wonderful things. So thanks ahead of time for anything. And now I want to tell you a little bit about what we're doing and then hand you over to a last song with our wonderful music director, Amber. We have a couple of things coming up that you may want to be involved in today, especially today. Today at 5 o'clock, Heidi Ruth, one of our licensed practitioners and also a death doula, is leading a Zoom discussion called the Death Cafe, and we'd love you to be a part of it. Hang on, I've got a sneeze coming. Death Cafe is something that's a worldwide happening and has been happening for decades now. There it goes. So, sorry, I hear the bless yous. So if you'd like to be involved, what Death Cafes do is they take a look at death and they talk about it openly. And so bring a cup of tea, maybe a little cookie, and have an opportunity to speak with other people about what interests you about that topic tonight at 5. This is the week we also have another brand new offering from our practitioner staff. Our practitioners are so incredibly loving, and they are feeling the need that we all have to connect. And so not only do they have morning prayers at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday that you can Zoom into, but now they're going to be every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. offering a midweek meditation. And it's also a Zoom experience. You can get the Zoom from our website on the announcements. You can also email the office and we'll make sure you have that Zoom link for this Wednesday, the 2nd of December. Can you believe I'm saying that? At 7 p.m. The meditations are going to be between 15 and 20 minutes long, and they're an opportunity to kind of come into the evening time and ground and center and put ourselves into that compass of the heart once again. So I hope you'll avail yourself of that. We also have a really fun event for those of us who are creative. So if you are a writer, if you're a poet, if you love certain writings that aren't yours, but they lift your heart, we're having an open mic night. Read it, speak it, sing it, it's called. It's going to be on Zoom on Sunday, December 13th from 5:30 to 7. And we're inviting you to bring a story or a poem or a reading that speaks to you in a deep way to share, or you could sing if you'd like. We would love to just use this open mic night as a way of connecting with one another. And it's hosted by Heidi, so we hope you'll be a part of it. I wanted also to let you know, you probably already do, that we had to temporarily close our office again because of the COVID spiking that's happening, but we're available to you through phone and email, and we'd love to hear from you. If you have a need, please let us know. Also coming up, I can't believe it, but coming up, we're having some really special events that are, for the most part, free, and they're, for the most part, on Zoom, so you can take part in them. We moved our winter solstice service, which is the biggest service we have all year, into a Zoom room. So we're having winter solstice in Zoom, and it'll be an opportunity to hear poetry and a message from me and music, and also to create an intention for the new year, because many people start their new year on winter solstice. This particular winter solstice is very powerful because it's also celebrating the grand conjunction, which is an astronomical event that only happens every 20 years. So we're really excited to have the Zoom. And then what we're doing is the ritual team is going to be outside after our 7 p.m. solstice service, right around 8 o'clock. And the fires will be going as they traditionally have been every year. And for those of you who are staying home but would like your intention to be offered into the sacred fire, you can email that to me, Andrea Asebedo at att.net. I'll print those out, and we'll have people here that are going to be offering those up to the sacred fire for the New Year's intention to be freed into the atmosphere. And if you would like to come, as long as you wear a mask and dress warmly. We're going to have those fires going for 45 minutes or so. Love to have you come right at the end of the Zoom service and be a part of that if that is something that you feel safe doing. That's on December 21st. On December 24th at 7 p.m., we're having a live stream event, a Christmas Eve service, as we traditionally do here in the sanctuary. We won't be able to have everyone light a candle, but if you bring a candle and want to light it during our service, we'd love to have you be a part of the StreamYard experience. You'll be able to see that on Facebook Live, our YouTube channel, as well as our website. Just shortly after 7 o'clock, it'll start. So that's happening on the 24th. And then traditionally, we have offered this beautiful global world healing service. It's something that happens across the globe at the same time. Unfortunately, they decided to use Greenwich Mean Time as the starting point. So while they're all meditating at noon, we're going to be meditating at 4 a.m. And what's lovely about this year is we're going to be doing it at home through Zoom. And our own Rana Biggs, another licensed practitioner who's been leading this for years, will be on hand to lead us through that guided practice and offer prayers for healing for the entire globe, for the climate, for peace on earth, to be part of what unfolds. So you're invited to come and be a part of it. Set your clock, get your phone or your laptop ready, and then join us at 4 a.m. on December 31st that morning. And lastly, the only charged thing in this whole group of wonderful things we're doing is I'm offering a New Year's Day Zoom retreat. I was dubious about Zoom retreats until I held one with our practitioners, and it was absolutely stunningly wonderful. And so you're invited to come, whether you're in Afghanistan or England or right here in Bellingham or anywhere else. You're invited to come to that New Year's retreat and be a part of it. The charge is in US dollars, $55, and almost all that will go to the center. So we're hoping that you'll be a part of that lovely day. If you want to sign up for it, we'll have more details next week about what it actually involves. So those are the announcements. I think you've had enough. Thank you so much for joining us. And now let's turn it over to Amber to take us out on a wonderful note. Thanks for your donations.
Thank you, Andrea. All right, well, let's sing out into this beautiful day. Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. Everything in this world goes around, flowing with abundance, it knows no bounds. Giving and receiving, we circulate the love with gratitude and knowing there's always enough. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks with this offering. We give thanks, we give thanks, we give thanks for everything. We give thanks for everything. We give thanks for everything. And no complaints whatsoever. Oh, we love you all. Stay safe and healthy out there, and we'll see you again next week.